Hi, and welcome to and today is our fourth. Uh-oh. Am I echoing?
No.
Oh,
No.
I know what it is. I've got YouTube open. I am so sorry. It's been up for so long. But anyways, today is our fourth episode of the Aquarium Haul giveaway. And our sponsor for today is Grant of Crayfish Empire. Yay. And Annette, could you elaborate a little bit?
So this is Grant, and I have been an affiliate with Crayfish Empire for a few years now. So I'm really excited about this stream. Grant, do you want to tell everyone in chat a little bit about yourself and Crayfish Empire?
Well, I can start with how it started, and it was an interesting start. So when I had in 2015, some stuff had happened, and I wasn't able to take care of as many of my tanks as I did. So I had crayfish, hence Crayfish Empire, and they were cloners, and there were just tons of them. So when I was finally able to walk down the stairs, I had seen that there were these rusty spots, and I did research and found out it was a calcium deficiency. And that's why so many of the foods at Crayfish Empire are oriented towards calcium absorption and calcium supplementation. So since 2016, some people think I know what I'm doing. I take my best guess at things, and I've developed things that help people's animals grow and make tons of babies I've seen. And it's just grown from there.
Yeah, it's definitely something that there were very few people that made invert specific food and supplements when I was first starting out with tanks and everything. And I've noticed that I feel like a lot of people have got inspired by your products and started similar type of products and everything like that once they saw like how much it was needed and necessary in the industry. And you're definitely a trendsetter, I feel like, when it comes to the invert food and supplement community.
I've definitely recognized that. I think once you see that someone can do it, you realize that you can do it. That's been seen throughout everything in history. And where I started with it was $32 or $37 on a Walmart money card. That was how Crayfish Empire started, a laptop and 30 some bucks. So people, when it takes just veggies and, spirulina and crushed eggshell, you can make a lot out of that. So it's been cool to see everyone take their creativity and go out from there.
Now, what were some of the first products you started with?
So the snail cookies were originally crayfish cookies. I actually just emailed a customer about this earlier today when they're like, well, I want crayfish food, but all I see is snail food. And so the crayfish cookies were the first product of that, and the Snello premix were the first two products of Crayfish Empire. And that was to diagnose calcium deficiencies.
So today we are going to be doing quite a few giveaways. We're going to have a total of 5 winners. So you got to make sure you stay here for the whole entire stream so you don't miss out on any opportunities. Jenna, do you want to get us started on Fishfam.link?
Yes. So I'm going to add this. So we're over here at Fishfam.link, and the first thing we're going to do is type in Crayfish Empire to get to the site. While we're here, we can see you can shop there, go to band, get Annette's affiliate code, go to YouTube, see the recent videos. We also have the YouTube, the store, Facebook, and Instagram up here. So I'm going to click to go to the store, and it brings me to this tab.
Okay, so what package do you want to start with, Grant?
that was going to be my question to you. So we can start with the snail one.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, shopping around for some food and supplements for snails, what is one of the first things you would recommend?
So both a beginner and an advanced product, as far as making the food, I think would be Snello. And so you can stick to the basics. I've got instructions on all of the Snello products. The cookie Snello premix has been awaiting a photo for like over a year now. I feel so bad about that. But with the original Snello kit and the Mystery Snail Guardian kit, Mystery Snail Guardian Snello kit, it's really easy just to stick with the recipe and the instructions on there. We can just click on the original Snello kit if you'd like. And so I think we'll add a dry mix and a gelatin to the cart. It'll be, all the ingredients will be there. You can use them for snails. You can use them for crayfish. You can add it to your diet, or to the diet of your shrimp. Sometimes the turtles here will snatch them. It's the calcium in it, I'm sure, helps supplement some of their shell growth, but my intent is not
it
for
human
them to steal
safe?
that. So I have eaten some products on videos to prove, like, if your kid eats this or your dog eats this, it's not the end of the world. It's safe. Don't do it. It tastes like crap. And I threw up after most of those videos. And one time it was all over my clean dishes, and I was so frustrated.
You forget about the protein.
Yeah, yum.
Yeah, Jenna has had the honor of eating some Mystery Snail Guardian Snello premix before.
Mhm.
How was that?
Not very good. I didn't throw up though. I kept it down. I think Steven ate a snail cookie and I ate Snello.
The snail cookie was what got me. I can't do that. I mean, I shouldn't eat any of them, but
Yes.
Ooh, a Snello smoothie should make the,
oh,
Yeah.
yum.
So yeah, they're safe. They're safe to eat, but they are not made for human consumption.
Yeah. The what's interesting is how many other animals actually like smell out the food, and I think it's a spirulina. Spirulina is really good for a lot of animals and a lot of different feed industries. So it's no surprise to me when someone says, "Oh yeah, my dogs ate my entire pound of snail cookies." I'm still trying to figure out a way to help those situations, but I don't have a good resolution for that yet.
Okay,
I think the resolution for that is keep them high enough that your dogs don't get them.
Locked under key. And I'll add really quick for the Snello. So those are the basic instructions on the sheet or on the label. You can add vegetables. If it's not on the description, I should add it, but it's on the bag itself. You can add vegetables. You can add your own recipe. Like, you can modify it. There are people that make these really complex recipes with this.
Yeah, I have some recipes on my website that include kits from Crayfish Empire or ingredients to make or add into yours. But I like to add the no sodium canned green beans in my Snello.
If we go back one on the breadcrumb, I'll mention the Snello pellets. They have gotten better as far as how they hold together. They're no longer in a 6mm form like that. They're in the 3mm form. Same, it is the recipe of the original Snello kit, just pelletized. And so if someone is like just busy, I won't use the word lazy, but busy, overwhelmed.
Thanks for not calling me out.
That's okay.
I resemble that remark.
And so you can just sprinkle them in. And the pellets, they're bound by lignin, so they don't use inhibitors, they don't use preservatives. So like once they hit the water, they will start to disintegrate. So feed sparingly.
Okay, so we have original Snello kit in our cart. What else should we add to this snail package?
If we go up to menu and go down to pellets, the Mystery Snail Guardian pellets is the Mystery Snail Guardian Snello kit, just pelletized. And so, again, with the same idea that some people don't want to, either don't have the time, don't want to go through the hassle, and sometimes it's just easier to mix that into a container of other foods and grab a scoop and put it in their 50-gallon tank of 300 snails. So we can add a 2-ounce bag of that.
So what is the difference between the Mystery Snail Guardian Snello and the regular original Snello?
So the original, I was just about to rattle off the recipe. I was almost autopilot. So the original recipe has kelp, calcium carbonate, wheat bran, spirulina, and mealworms. And the Mystery Snail Guardian Snello has those ingredients as well at the ratios, in the amounts that is, but with added spirulina, beetroot powder, mulberry leaf powder, and a little bit of acai powder. And so there's an added factor of ingredients with higher. My brain had a
antioxidants.
Yeah, so there are added ingredients that are high in antioxidants that help with the general health for snails or fish that get a hold of it. But also reducing oxidative stress helps any organism. If we go back to pellets and look at the cookie pellets, I don't think I added. Yeah, we're just going to stick with the cookie pellets. The cookie pellets are the snail cookies, just run through the pellet machine, and I add just a little bit of wheat bran and a little bit of spirulina to help them actually hold their shape. I'll save everyone the science behind pelleting, but the higher presence of lignin helps them hold their shape. So we can add a 2-ounce packet of this.
Oh, it's like a bowl of string beans.
The 6 millimeter or 3 millimeter?
We can we'll toss 6 millimeter. If whoever wins it has like 2 snails, we can change it to 3 millimeter. Or I can change it. I can write it on the sheet. And so to provide an idea of what these packets will feed, I wouldn't be able to give you how many pellets are in each packet, but if you have even 20 snails, what's in the cart so far should probably last about 6 months if it's fed as part of even if it's the main part of a varied diet. And that's the big thing that I encourage is don't just feed my product, whether it's someone else's product or veggies, your own product that you make at home. Variety is best. A lot of people have used calcium chips, and they are the most popular product on Crayfish Empire. I've been working on a cost analysis of a lot of product recently, and I was curious, like, what has sold the best? And across time and overall, calcium chips have been the #1 seller. So
but only Oscar says her turtles eat those, and it keeps their beaks trimmed too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When people ask me if I have Tums here, which was actually a day ago, I tell them no, but I have the active ingredient for Tums, and if you want a calcium chip, I've got calcium chips. Don't actually use calcium chips in place of Tums, but actually, I'll do story time really quick. Tums was a big part of Snello recipes when I first started everything, and Tums still are prevalent in many recipes across forums, across social media platforms, etc. And like, it's okay, but it has a lot of extra added stuff from colors to extracts to anti-caking agents to binders. And when people just wanted the calcium carbonate portion of that, I thought, well, what can I do to make this work? And that's when I started playing around with gelatin. And now I can make anything out of gelatin. I love just making so much stuff out of gelatin. And so I mixed spirulina and calcium and gelatin and came up with calcium chips. Another one of those shots in the dark, but it helped my stock back when I had shrimp, when I had be mindful of the calcium intake of Caridina shrimp when it comes to calcium chips. The Neocaridina aren't as affected, it seems. But some people have mentioned that higher calcium diets in Caridina shrimp can lead to failed molts. But when I ask my Caridina customers about it, they're like, I haven't noticed anything, or they make enough babies I haven't noticed. So I'll throw it out there. You can know. But beyond that, it's popular across shrimp, crayfish, snails, isopods, springtails, land snails. So much dogs get it too. So many things eat it. So I think a 2-ounce bag of that will work well. That'll be about 30 chips. And if you have 10 snails, that should last about half of a year. And I think one of the last things that I would add to the snail package are the spirulina shrimp sticks. There we go. So the reason I'm adding a shrimp stick product to the kit is that a couple weeks ago, I saw one of my customers post a picture of a shrimp stick that I had tossed in as a sample. They didn't even order it. I just saw that they had gotten some samples. They got some product, and I just toss as many samples. I figure it's basically an opportunity to advertise for free. So I'll just toss everything in there that I can. And so having only snails, they thought, well, why don't I just put pieces of their favorite food on it? By the way, we can do a 10-pack of the 6-inch. Why don't I just make a skewer or a kebab of their favorite fruit? I think they used banana. And then toss it in the snail tank, and the snails just destroyed it. They took out the banana, they just wiped the spirulina clean off the stick, and I thought that was a really cool idea. So now I've got to make a little sticker that says, if you don't have shrimp, put your snail's favorite food on there.
Yeah, and it's a common joke in the snail community about your pole dancing snails.
Yep.
Because snails will go up and down those sticks. We will clean them, and it's fun to watch.
Trying to figure out what I missed here.
So when someone is shopping on your website, what is something you recommend that everyone adds to their cart?
Do not miss the samples. So samples is the first one on the menu. Add all of them every single time. If you have a relatively light order, if you want to save on shipping, don't add the 11-ounce free calcium. So there's the original snail cookie and calcium chip sample. It'll come with a couple pieces of the snail cookie. It'll have a few pieces of calcium chips. There's the shrimp stick sample. It'll come with 2 spirulina shrimp sticks, 6 inches in length. Again, you can use them like the other person used with their snail. You can use them with shrimp. Snail cookie pellet sample and MSG pellet sample are both provided so that you can try them out. And if they love them, awesome. If they don't, animals are picky. You don't have to spend $6 to $13 on a product that they're just going to turn their nose up to.
Yeah, and then something Grant talks about a lot with the samples is he sees that a lot of people that have maybe one snail, they'll simply just order the samples and just pay the shipping. And that's a great way and everything to save on money, but make sure that you're getting everything. So he always wants you guys to add those free samples, even if you've already got them before. Get them again.
So I think the reason why the dollar amount is a little bit different might be because it auto applied a discount, which is fine. But
Oh, yeah.
I think on my notes we have original Snello kit with gelatin, 2
Yeah, so
ounce.
go to view cart, Jenna.
Cart.
And then go to checkout. And then go scroll down, and then it'll say the discount code, and you just hit remove.
Okay, yep, that's why.
So just remove that.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. I still don't know why it's a little off, but it looks good to me. Unless
Okay.
So
Unless-
we will be giving away this cart.
And it's like 6 months worth of snail food. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Grant went away.
Nice.
So while Grant is coming back, we can get the giveaway tool set up. And then I saw there were some questions while people are going to be entering. Remember, this is one of 5 giveaways, so there will be 2 snail kits. So we'll quickly show everyone, if you have a stream and you want to use the Fishfam.link giveaway tool, you simply go up here to the corner where you're logged in, click giveaway tool, create a giveaway. You select your live stream. We're going to select who owns it, and we're going to do a keyword in chat, and it is hashtag snail first, right?
Yes.
And now we've created it. We can access it here. It will take us straight to the link. And so I can see Fishfam.link entered. But we're going to keep refreshing. And as I'm refreshing, I guess we can go over really quick what is in the cart one more time, and then we'll answer some questions while people are entering. So we have the free samples of Mystery Snail Guardian pellets, snail cookie pellets, shrimp sticks, and snail cookie and calcium chips, as well as 10 6-inch spirulina shrimp sticks, 2 ounces of calcium chips, 2 ounces of cookie pellets, 2 ounces of Mystery Snail Guardians pellets, and an original Snello kit with gelatin. And
That's a nice package.
While people are entering, I see some questions.
So the cool plastic box is part of the Mystery Snail Guardians kit. I think it's about $45. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. You helped me answer the question. Yes, sorry, I thought you were talking about the original Snello. So the kit will come with the plastic box. I don't have a box for the larger kit of the 2, so that'll be the $45 version that has the box with the stickers and stuff on it.
Yeah, the retail price is $51.63 for the Guardians kit.
And there will be a restructuring in price as the summer approaches, and I finish up my cost analysis on a lot of products. The holiday shapes and other shapes, I really want to do the unicorn ones, but trying to keep up or catch up first, and then keep up with stuff, trying to do things in other shapes have been really, really hard. It is something I do want to get back to, though.
And then I saw this question. How often should you supplement with calcium?
So I would recommend about once per week. So they're foragers. There's calcium in a lot of veggies. There's calcium in Snello. There's calcium in the snail cookies. There's going to be calcium in other forms of food that they have. And as long as it's bioavailable, or in a form that's bioavailable, they'll keep getting calcium from all the other sources too.
Okay, so we have 2 of these to give away. I'm going to go ahead and type stop in the chat because we also have 2 more packages to give away after this one. 3 total giveaways after these 2. And I'm going to share this tab. We have 31 entries, 32 entries.
Nice.
That is a lot.
I'm going to refresh one more time. 32 entries. Are we ready to spin for the first one?
We are.
Okay. Okay. So our first winner is Amisa.
Now, are these able to be shipped international?
Everything except the live stuff can, unless you have a veterinary license in Canada. Then I can ship live stuff to Canada, but that's expensive to procure for a bag of worms. As with any product or any industry, the customs house will charge tariffs, and there's no way for me to view that, and they will collect that from the receiver.
Okay. And I see it's already in here. Amisa, email Fishfam.link at gmail.com, your address, so we can get that kit over to you. Cord winner and close.
Congratulations,
And-
Amisa. You're going to love it.
And since we recorded the winner, we're going to go back and do the same thing, create another snail giveaway just a little bit faster. Keyword in chat. Hashtag snail create. And it saved everybody's hashtag. So we still have 32 entries, and we can spin again.
Do you want to refresh one more time?
Yeah, some more people have added their hashtag.
Yeah, we got
Let's
some
see.
last minute entries.
Better late than never.
Okay. 33. Okay, I see. So you didn't have to re-enter. Some people are re-entering. I see their names still on here. So 33 entries. We look like we're good.
So I'm looking at one of the names, Geek Boy. I'm trying to figure out if that's the person I sent bee pollen sticks to. If that is, they should message me and let me know how they went.
Congratulations, Leo. Leo209 Aquatics. Email Fishfam.link at gmail.com with your address, and you will get your snail kit.
Yep, just put in the title, the subject title, snail kit. Crayfish Empire.
And we're going to go back to the website for the next
kit. So this will
Next.
be the live foods giveaway, and so we can go to the menu and go to the live food section.
Okay. And then I see a question for you, Grant, really quick.
Sure. Can we add? Yes. Yeah, you can order more.
So
and-
we can forward your information over to Grant, and I guess y'all could work that out.
Sure.
Because yeah, I'm sure you would love to actually sell product as well.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say no to money.
And it's a really nice amount of product. You'll be surprised what you get for the money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so live cultures.
So we're gonna get everything except the brine shrimp, and eventually brine shrimp will not be on my website. It's hard to, they're expensive, but also it's hard to help people with something that is just hard for me to work with. But microworms and vinegar eels, I can do. So
Okay.
we'll add a microworm culture. These are fantastic for people that are breeding almost anything. And even if you have just shrimp and snails, it's cool to. I've seen people feed them to snails and they just like roam over the worms and then the worms disappear. But the worms are really high in protein and lipids. They're a good energy source for fry. You can use them for fish. You can use them for amphibians. So anything from axolotls. So Ambystoma axolotl, I think. Ambystoma andersoni. Guppy fry. Cichlid fry. All the fries. Like anything that's got a small mouth and that doesn't have a developed olfactory system, and relying on finding their food by sight and movement, this is really good for, because they'll move. If you've never had a microworm culture, they are easy. If you can mix oatmeal and water and put it inside of a deli cup, a 32-ounce deli cup works best, you can do microworms. Because all you have to do after that is make a small slit.
Yeah. Geek Boy said that he's
failure.
feeding it to his CPD babies. And CPDs are pretty small.
Not familiar with CPD.
Oh, celestial pearl danios.
What that? Oh, wow, that is beautiful. I love the red on their fins.
And this even comes with how to make another culture and all too. So
yeah. So once you, Scotty, this is probably a good one to listen into. Once you get one, you really don't have to buy another one. So when you get this, you'll have 2 packets. One you can just toss in your fridge. The other one you can divvy up amongst as many cultures as you want to make. And when that starts to smelling like ammonia, or if it starts to crash, which I'm going to add to my info sheet, those tips. Oh no, I got to get a tank cup. So it's really easy to create backups, and it's really easy to create more. And if you have a local aquarium club, or if you're a startup, this is a good way to supplement your hobby or make your hobby sustainable, or another mode of income.
So can shrimp eat microworms and vinegar eels?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yes.
if they can catch them.
It says, as opportunistic feeders, shrimp like Neocaridina species and snails have been observed to find and eat these while foraging.
I've got to make all my descriptions as good as that one.
You worked on this
pretty cool,
description for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I hyper focus on things sometimes. Um, so the vinegar eels are similarly sized. They're smaller than the microworms. So for anyone that's not familiar with the microworm cultures, it goes from smallest to largest: vinegar eel, banana worm, Walter worm, then microworm. So vinegar eels are used a lot for betta fry. They can eat the microworms, but there are people that avoid microworms for bettas because of there's a virus that is potentially in the industries, like the entire live food industry stock. And so I think it has something to do with not allowing the dorsal fin to form. So I never recommend the microworms for bettas anymore because there's no way of knowing. Um, but vinegar eels are amazing for those. Vinegar eels are amazing for killies, guppies, anything, again, that's super small.
Yeah, we use vinegar eels for our rainbow fish fry because
Mhm.
they're very tiny, and also our Corridoras fry.
Corys eat so much stuff. I cannot believe how nuts they go.
Now, how do you actually feed that? Do you put a little string scoop or something in it to get just the eels out?
So there are a couple ways that I have used in the past, and I think the easiest one I would recommend to someone would be to pour it through a coffee strainer. There are other ways to do it, a little more complicated, especially if you just can't afford to have like the apple cider vinegar on or with the worms. But most people don't have that issue, so I would just recommend pouring some through a coffee strainer, and then however you want to transfer that from the coffee strainer to the tank, you can. The last thing that I would add to this kit is the microworm substrate, and it'll be in the live culture section or the supplies section. Um, it's an 8-ounce bag of oats. So what I do is I will run. Um, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of blended steamrolled oats and then just regular steamrolled oats. Um, it's just what I've done for since 2016, and it just works better for me. It it lasts longer. It doesn't need to be changed as much. There's nothing added to it. It just seems to bring a good balance to the bacteria that the yeast and the worms need to make it a sustainable culture.
And then again, we always add free samples.
Yep, I forgot about that. I'm glad you guys remembered that. With the microworm cultures, I would recommend getting some instant yeast. There are little packets at your grocery store, or you can get 1 pound packets. Like me, if you tell yourself, I want to bake, I want to bake, I want to bake, and then you never
Never do.
bake. Yeah, I really want to make banana bread. I always have the bad bananas, and I just never do it. I don't even know if you use yeast in banana bread. I don't think you do.
No, I don't. You don't.
No.
Yeah. You can tell how much I've looked into it.
Never made it.
So
past
banana
the
bread
box.
is kind of like just a loaf-shaped muffin, basically.
Yeah.
My kind of bread.
Okay. So in this package, we have the samples, the MSG pellets, snail cookie pellets, shrimp stick, snail cookie and calcium chip samples, and then the substrate for the microworms, the actual microworm culture, and a vinegar eel culture. And all of these things you can reproduce and make way more and have a self-sustaining live food culture.
Yep. Yeah, the vinegar
for the
eels are really easy too.
That's what I was
Sorry,
going to
Dee
ask you. How do you do that? How do you reculture those?
So I've got to look back at my notes because I set these cultures up back in maybe it might have been sometime last year, like before I got sick even. But I mean, that just goes to show how sustainable and like self I can't think of the word, simple they are. But I likely put 1 part water, 1 part apple cider vinegar in there, and then added the culture, just a starter culture to each of them. I got these little lemonade-looking jars from a craft store, and it has a closable lid. So I've tried to vent that. I've always recommended venting it, but every time I do vent it, the culture crashes. So now I just tell people don't touch them and don't think about them until you need them. But really, depending on altitude, how often you get into them, how often you harvest from them, I'm one of the people that I don't even need to add an apple slice to it. It just, I don't need to. There's plenty of ways you can look up and figure out which way it works best for you.
So I have started this giveaway. It is #live to win the live food cultures. And we'll give people a minute for that. If you would like the chance to win the live foods culture, enter live now. And here we go. Geek Boy said he started with 1 microworm culture and was able to create 3 more within 3 days.
Yep.
Wow.
The really cool thing I think about microworms is that I have killed off cultures, and usually by letting them dry up on accident. And like, I don't know if they lay eggs. I don't know if they're super resilient. I don't know. But I add water and they come back.
That's good. I'm glad to hear all this because I have tried it before and failed.
Gas
Do you
So
release.
let's try it.
So you are going to the Clash in September. Do you think you'll be bringing any live cultures there or just dry goods?
That would be a good idea. I didn't think about that. I should bring live cultures.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll make a sticker that goes on a cup and has some instructions. So it's all in just one spot.
I know someone with a sublimation printer who could probably make nice labels for you.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to them.
We have connections. We can hook you up. Oh, but you have connections too, so never mind.
That is a lot of entries for the live stuff. I wasn't expecting that many.
Yeah. So we have 33 entries. I'm going to go ahead and stop in here because we have 1 more kit to build.
And 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes. Scotty, you missed everything. Just don't be late next time.
Yeah, it's unacceptable, Scotty. We're highly disappointed in you.
That's okay, Scotty. I forgive you.
We're
Don't
making us
let
look
him off the
bad.
hook. Don't let him off the hook.
Nathan has a question really quick while I'm refreshing one more time.
Yeah, so you can add water, but also it wouldn't hurt to just mix some more water in with oatmeal or steamrolled oats or shredded oats or however you do it, and then just taking a small piece of that and putting it on the new wet substrate. I've noticed when you make new cultures, keep an eye on the moisture level for the first few days just to make sure it's not just super thirsty and dries them out like immediately again.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and spin now.
Renee.
Congratulations, Renee. You have won the live culture kit. You can send an email to fishfam.link at gmail.com with your address and put live food culture somewhere in your email so we know which one you're receiving.
Okay.
Yeah, live cultures have become a thing a lot of people are doing now.
Mm-hmm. They're useful, very useful. So a few of these next products we've talked about before, so we can go to the pellets. Like the snails, shrimp have enjoyed the Mystery Snail Guardians pellets. We can add a 2-ounce bag to the cart. And so this is the one that has those added and antioxidant rich ingredients, and a lot more spirulina added to it compared to the original Snello pellets. We can do a 2-ounce bag of the cookie pellets, and we can do the 3mm variety of that. And I would suggest a 3mm because not everyone has 700 shrimp.
Dee Dee
I
would
mean,
not
I
know
don't
about that.
might have 700 shrimp in like a month.
You can only hope.
A lot of people have mentioned that they use calcium chips with their shrimp. They've mentioned that it does help. It seems to help them create more babies. And so I think a 2-ounce bag of the calcium chip minis would be a great addition. Feed it sparingly in moderation. And the I'd probably toss a mini in there. If you have 30 shrimp, maybe one in there a week. A 2-ounce bag of
So
snail.
that one should be minis, not full size.
I saw that. I knew what you meant.
Okay, 2 ounce. There we go. Okay.
So we can add a 2-ounce bag of the snail cookies. So when it was probably about 2017 to 2018, I had gotten a lot of help from my grandma making. You will want. I will have to. It's not good if I can't even find my my own.
Snail
I will have. Oh well, it's
Okay.
also on the main page here, snail cookies. But I'll have to add that to my menu. That was surprising. So in 2017, 2018.
2 ounce.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the 2 ounce one?
Yep, the 2-ounce one works. Snail cookies were my cheat code when I had cherries. I had cherries and sakuras. And so I would drop a single snail cookie in there, which was way too big for them back then. They've actually gotten smaller for the people that think they're too big now, which you can break into smaller pieces. And so I'd drop in a snail cookie, and the first day it would start to expand. All the shrimp would go towards it, and then once the adults were done with it, the babies would come and feed on the bacteria that would grow on it. And that was just a powerhouse of a food, and I got so many babies. I loved it.
Yeah, I use RO water even in my neocaridina. Of course, I add the GHKH to it. But in those tanks, I take pliers and break one of the calcium chips, the bigger ones. I break it up and throw it in there because I'm always worried they won't have enough.
Yeah. It's amazing how strong those chips are. Just the power of gelatin binding it. We should not forget all of the samples.
Oh, yeah. Now, is this based on for shrimp? Is that where we're going?
Yes, this one is.
Yep. What reminded me of the samples was that the next thing on my list was the shrimp stick sample.
And these are really good shrimp sticks because they will cover them.
I've been told that the food stays on there longer, and that some people argue that there's more food on them compared to others. I try to. I don't want to like put so much food on there that it kills off a tank. So it looks like a bamboo skewer covered in spirulina, but it seems to go really, really, really far. Also, small tanks do not put the foot long shrimp sticks in there. Like, don't put a 12-inch shrimp stick in a 5-gallon tank. Just stick to the small ones.
Yeah, I have to break them from my little tanks too. But they do seem to have a tad more than most of the others.
Yep. So should we go to shrimp sticks and see what you got?
Yeah. So in the end, we'll add one 10-pack of each one 6-inch long 10-pack of each of the shrimp stick varieties. The MSG ones don't have any in stock.
Yeah.
So the spirulina ones
So
were.
the spirulina.
Yep. There we go. So the
And just
spirulina ones
6-inch
were the
they
original
have
one.
small tanks.
Yeah. I kept seeing people. I'll talk while you go through them. I kept seeing people making shrimp sticks. I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this without egg, because egg I use in some recipes, like the snail cookies, but I always felt like gelatin would be easier. And so I finally got it to work. I got a lot of help from my grandma, and we did a lot of brainstorming when I lived with her for a little bit. And she is the reason why Crayfish Empire was able to get the giant boost that it did. It started in Grandma's kitchen. I got to use her pots and pans and everything. And so once I finally got the spirulina to stick and I got it sealed, I was able to experiment with other things. And whoever gets this will probably also get an experimental packet of spirulina and dragon fruit sticks. That is my next experiment.
Wow, that's really nice.
And really quick, since we have, I think, everything in the cart, I will show that the hashtag is #shrimp. Enter #shrimp. And while people are entering, we'll go over the cart really quick. And yes, as it's here, there are 2 winners. So 2 people are going to win this packet. And it said there were only 8 of those bee pollen shrimp sticks in stock. So that means there's only going to be 6 orders of them left after this giveaway.
They're
very popular right now.
They're popular, and they take so much time to make, and it involves 2 to 3 extra steps depending on what I consider a step. And I don't know where pricing is going to fall, but I know that I'm not making the longer version. I do not have that patience.
So, in this cart, we have the spirulina and bee pollen shrimp sticks, the Crayfish Empire shrimp sticks, the spirulina shrimp sticks, the samples of MSG pellets, snail cookies, more shrimp stick samples, snail cookie and calcium chip samples, then 2 ounces of snail cookies, 2 ounces of calcium chip minis, 2 ounces of cookie pellets, and 2 ounces of Mystery Snail Guardian pellets. This is quite a big bundle. If you don't have shrimp, do you think other fish would eat this?
So fish, Other inverts will eat it. If you just have isopods, they will clean these sticks up. They might even eat the bamboo stick. But you can, like, the fish will pick it clean. Guppies will love this. Bettas will love it. I've seen bettas trying to eat the bee pollen granules whole. It's a lot of fish will go nuts for it. And then the snails, as Annette had mentioned, will pole dance on that. As far as the local pollens, right now, can I say the names of other companies, of suppliers?
I don't see why not.
Okay. So anyone that wants to make stuff, and I'll make this really quick, nuts.com is the cheapest, most efficient way to get higher quality, just like superfood ingredients. The bee pollen that I'm using right now, and for the next pound of a bag that I have, is from nuts.com. It looks like they might source it from 3 different sources, but I am working on getting bee pollen sourced locally, and it's just the effort of getting a beehive owner to put a specific thing, I guess, at the entrance to knock off the bee pollen off their legs. So when I get that arranged, and hopefully by the end of this year, it will be all local to Iowa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. How's our wheel looking, Jenna?
We only have 48 entries.
Oh, that's it. Come on, chat. Don't be slacking.
Someone asked about, Dragon Lair asked about plecos. I would imagine plecos would love anything with spirulina.
Yes. So plecos, I actually kept plecos in mind because originally I was going to make the sticks with pine, but I knew that pine was not good for plecosmuses. I think it's a type of wood that it is. So they will eat it, and they'll probably go ham on the bee pollen ones.
Perfect. Okay, and then for anyone who doesn't know, you can almost always find a discount code to Crayfish Empire. Sometimes it has them posted on his website. Sometimes you can find them through his affiliates like me and Foxy and Bex. We've got our own little codes posted for 15% off of your cart value.
And so not only do they get 15% off, but the affiliates of the code do get a kickback. And I provide incentive for using that towards a product, and that's what mostly everyone does. And so you're helping feed your favorite creators snails by using that discount code.
Okay, we are going to be giving 2 of these away, and it is almost 6 p.m. Eastern. So I know right after us, Crypt Keeper Tim is going. So
And he's going to be with Scotty, I believe.
Yes. So if we can have someone ready to drop his link for whenever it's time to go over there. I'm typing stop in chat. I'm going to refresh one more time.
What, out of curiosity, what's been the average amount of entries?
Usually it's been between 40 to 60-ish entries.
Pretty good.
We have 57 people in here right now. So all but 5 people entered. Like I'm in here and I didn't enter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
I did not. But no, because you don't want to.
So I'm going to go ahead and spin our first winner. Geek Boy.
Boy.
Oh, and Tim moved his stream to 6:30 so that he could watch. So congratulations, Geek Boy.
Foxy
Nice.
said you didn't let me in on a dragon fruit sticks. They are a very, very recent idea that was submitted. And so I like it when product ideas are submitted, and at the least I can explore them.
Myrtle is in a competition
Yeah, with
to
me of
type
all people.
links.
You're not winning against anything at all, Myrtle.
And guess what? If you already entered, you don't have to enter again because it's going to remember that you typed hashtag shrimp in the giveaway. Whenever I create it and go here to look at it, it already has 52 entries. I'm going to refresh it just one more time in case. And we're going to spin again for our last winner now. Congratulations, Sherry, Mississippi Hippie Fishes. Please email us at fishfam.link at gmail.com.
I had to run MISSISSIPPI through my head to write that down.
I do too.
So, can we drop Crypt Keeper stream one more time, and also Crayfish Empire's Fishfam.link page, since Myrtle wants to do mod work? So first, thank you so much, Grant, for donating to this giveaway, for donating so much so that we could have 5 winners.
Well, I was going through and I'm like, this isn't enough. Like, we got to multiply some of this. So, with the shrimp sticks, those are a little bit easier, and it was cool to be able to generate some attention for the bee pollen stick. So I'm excited for that.
Don't forget to visit his website and buy stuff for your shrimp and snails and your live cultures, and use the discount codes, because Grant would like to also make money.
Yep. Yeah. And if you go through the Fishfam link and you type in Crayfish Empire, you end up on this page and you go to his website, as you saw at the beginning of the stream. It will auto-generate the discount code for 15% off.
Don't have to worry about it. Well, it was really nice seeing how all this works too. So thank you.
Yeah.
And Grant will be at the Clash.
Yes, I will. I'll be tired probably by the time I get there. 15-hour drive.
I can't wait. I gotta give me some of those cultures and stuff. I'm gonna try it again. You've inspired me.
I promise it is so easy, and it is easy to create backups if you mess up. So I will. You cannot fail with my guidance.
Yeah. Y'all heard it here.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If anyone watches the replay, to our mods for dropping links for us. And that's all until next month's giveaway.
Bye.
Go shopping, y'all. Crayfish Empire.